We're about to witness an epic hunt where dangerous wild boars are captured using traps across the vast grasslands. But that's not all. We'll also take a look at how the meat from these invasive boars is transformed into unique dishes. It's an adventure you definitely don't want to miss. If you support efforts to control the invasive wild boar population, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, comment 0, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more exciting videos like this one. Wild boars are causing major damage to farms in both the U.S. and Poland. In the U.S., they devastate crops and livestock, leading to an estimated loss of $2.5 billion each year for farmers. Texas alone accounts for about $1.5 billion in damages, according to the USDA APHIS report from 2020. In Poland, the fertile fields of Pomerania also suffer millions of dollars in losses annually because of these animals. This video highlights how hunters in both regions are helping protect farmland by managing the wild boar population. Wild boars aren't native to the U.S. They were introduced in the 1500s by European settlers. Their numbers have since exploded to between 6 and 9 million nationwide, with about 2.6 million in Texas alone, according to a 2023 report from the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. A female wild boar can give birth to up to 41 piglets per litter, with 1 or 2 litters each year. According to the USDA APHIS report from 2021, they destroy crops like corn and soybeans, contribute to soil erosion, and spread diseases such as African swine fever, posing a serious threat to the $20 billion livestock industry. Farmers constantly struggle as these animals continue to invade their land. Hunters are stepping up to tackle this growing problem. In the Pomeranian fields of Poland, hunting teams use trained dogs and rifles to track down and eliminate wild boars. These animals can weigh as much as 400 pounds and are capable of destroying an entire field in a single night. In Texas, the situation is even more severe, leading hunters to adopt advanced methods like helicopter hunts to cover vast areas efficiently. The Texas Parks and Wildlife Department permits year-round hunting with no limits on the number of wild boars that can be taken in order to control their population. These efforts are vital to protecting farmers' livelihoods. The hunts typically begin early in the morning. In Poland, hunters spread out across the grasslands, following tracks and other signs left behind by wild boars. They move cautiously to avoid alerting the animals. A 400-pound wild boar can reach speeds of up to 30 miles per hour, making it a dangerous target. When a boar suddenly charges out of the brush, hunters have only moments to react. A well-placed shot can stop the animal and prevent further destruction to crops. According to the USDA, wild boars cause around 800 million in crop damage and 200 million in livestock losses each year in the U.S. Each wild boar taken down helps conserve valuable resources. In Texas, the scale of the problem demands a different strategy. Hunters use helicopters to locate and target large groups of wild boars from the air. A single flight can eliminate between 50 and 100 animals, though it only reduces the overall population by about 20 to 30%, according to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, TPWD, in 2023. When they hear the sound of helicopter engines, wild boars often scatter, but skilled hunters can still manage to hit their targets. These efforts are effective, yet not enough to keep up with their rapid reproduction rate, which rises by about 20% each year. The challenge persists because wild boars are highly intelligent and adapt quickly to new conditions. Wild boars don't just destroy crops, they also pose a threat to humans. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, records at least 20 attacks on people each year in the U.S., primarily in Texas and Florida. With their sharp tusks and aggressive behavior, these animals are a real danger. Hunters constantly face life-threatening situations, especially when pursuing them in dense forests or at night. Despite the risks, they continue to protect farmland and local communities. Hunting is only part of the solution. Other methods, such as trapping and fencing, are also used to manage wild boar populations. The USDA's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, APHS, invests about $20 million each year in research, including the development of smart traps and reproductive control drugs for wild boars. However, these drugs are still in the testing phase and haven't yet been made widely available. Farmers are also shifting to crops that wild boars tend to avoid and building stronger fences to protect their fields. These measures aim to lessen dependence on hunting in the future. The battle against wild boars continues. Hunters in Poland and Texas have removed hundreds of them, helping to safeguard crops and livestock. However, wild boar populations keep rising, calling for new and innovative solutions. Scientists, farmers, and hunters are joining forces to develop more effective management strategies. The USDA and the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, TPWD, provide resources to support these efforts, including safety guidelines for hunting and trapping. Protecting agricultural land remains essential to ensuring food security in rural communities. Controlling wild boar populations helps farmers protect their crops and maintain healthy, fertile soil. When their numbers are kept in check, fields can thrive more sustainably. Hit like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest efforts in the fight to protect farms. Razorback hybrids produced by artificially inseminating domestic pigs with wild boar semen typically farrow 6 to 10 piglets after a 114-day gestation period. They're strong, well-muscled, and embody the rugged spirit of the American frontier. In 2022, a severe swine flu outbreak swept through my farm, wiping out 60% of my herd, yet these hybrids endured, proving their remarkable resilience. I often encourage new farmers to choose broad-chested wild boars for semen, as it helps increase the number of piglets per litter. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, reports that hybrid pork can sell for up to $15 per pound, contributing to a specialty meat market valued at $1.2 billion in 2024. But it's not just about profit, it's about legacy. This pork carries the same smoky flavor I remember from my childhood dinners. Have you ever wondered what kind of pork your ancestors ate? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Still, this type of breeding raises plenty of debate, ethical, legal, and cultural. Join me as we explore everything from the fields to the processing plants to uncover the full story. Hybridization is where modern science meets the future of the food industry. On your farm, you'll use artificial insemination with wild boar semen, a valuable genetic resource collected using advanced technology, achieving a success rate of up to 85%, according to 2024 data from the National Pork Board. While natural breeding remains effective, the wild and unpredictable behavior of boars continues to pose a major challenge. Farmers should monitor estrus cycles twice a day, as missing the 21-day cycle means losing a breeding opportunity. Ultrasound technology helps ensure healthy litters, but according to the USDA 2023, the cost of constructing modern facilities is about 15% higher than that of standard housing. Transporting hybrid hogs requires specialized equipment and careful attention to animal welfare. These pigs are usually transported in trailers equipped with air conditioning, advanced ventilation systems, misters, and soundproofing to minimize stress during transit. However, because hybrid pigs are more sensitive to heat and motion, long-distance transport can be challenging. During the 23 heat wave, I had to add ice packs to the truck's water system, says Hank, a 58-year-old transport driver from Joplin, Missouri. It helped keep the pigs calm and hydrated. Transportation expenses can account for up to 12% of total profits, particularly when strict animal welfare standards are followed. Despite the higher costs, hybrid pigs provide substantial advantages. They contain about 15% less fat than traditional breeds, Texas A&M 2024, making them ideal for modern meat processing. With hybrid hogs, we can cut closer to the bone and reduce waste by up to 10, says Maria, a meat cutter from Iowa. That means leaner cuts and more efficient production. However, challenges persist. If not properly managed, this issue could have serious consequences for Iowa farmers. The 2024 Farm Bill raised import taxes on artificial insemination equipment, making it harder for small farms to keep their expenses under control. However, if production isn't secured, the impact could be devastating for Iowa farmers. Challenges remain as the 2024 Farm Bill raised import taxes on artificial insemination equipment, making it especially difficult for small farms to stay afloat. Culturally, some Missouri residents believe that hybrid pigs undermine the tradition of purebred lines. Ethically, the Humane Society of the United States advocates for larger enclosures, raising concerns about stress in breeding boars. Dr. Ellen Carter, a researcher at Iowa State University, warns, an E. coli outbreak in 2023 traced to a processing plant shows we need stricter hygiene standards. What's the toughest lesson you have ever learned on the farm? Share it in the comments below. Despite the many challenges, the future of hybrid pork is promising. To me, hybrid pork is like a time machine on a plate. One bite takes me back to the hickory-smoked kitchens of my grandpa's Missouri smokehouse. Priced at $15 per pound, hybrid pork is fueling an 8% growth in the specialty meat sector, USDA 2024. It's also a more sustainable option, as hybrid pigs require fewer antibiotics, helping reduce emissions by 10%, EPA. At a processing plant in St. Louis, chefs are crafting Razorback ham that leaves diners amazed. I always tell people, marinate hybrid pork in apple cider vinegar for 24 hours. It makes the meat incredibly tender. But it's not all good news. Large agricultural conglomerates, supported by Farm Bill subsidies, are pushing out small farmers like me. Ethical concerns remain, and animal welfare groups continue to call for free-range farming of these hybrid pigs. Dr. Carter is urging for better hygiene standards at processing plants, a necessary step after recent sanitation issues. But this pork is truly worth it. A customer at the Springfield market once told me, "This tastes just like the pork from my dad's farm back in 1965. What's your most memorable pork experience? Share it in the comments below. And be sure to visit your local market to try hybrid pork for yourself. Hank's secret weapon is the corral trap, a simple yet durable device, as tough as the Texas sun itself. It's a 30-foot wide circle made of heavy-gauge wire mesh, reinforced with steel posts, the kind you can pick up at almost any feed store. The entire setup costs less than $200, proof that you don't need to spend a fortune to handle wild boars. The spring-loaded gate is designed to snap shut at just the right moment, ensuring no boar gets away. Hank also buries the mesh about a foot underground to keep the animals from digging out. A clever trick he learned after a few early mishaps when some pigs managed to escape. This design has been perfected through years of hands-on experience, strong enough to withstand even the most aggressive wild boar herds. But catching pigs takes more than a sturdy trap. It requires strategy. Hank uses fermented corn, a scent wild boars can't resist, shattering it around the trap for several days to lure them in. Hogs are smart, he says, leaning against a fence post. You've got to make them believe this place is safe. In a Texas pasture, Hank sets up a pig brig trap equipped with a camera that streams live footage to his phone. My grandpa used to use rope snares, Hank says, but this one can catch up to 50 pigs at once. At 1 a.m., the trap snaps shut, capturing 15 grunting pigs. Got him, Hank says as he checks the footage. It's a win, but the battle isn't over. Have you ever trapped wild boars? If so, drop a comment with the number 2. Hank grabs his AR-15 fitted with a thermal scope and heads out with his Catahoula dog, Rusty. My uncle taught me to shoot straight, just like he did in the army, Hank says. Through the scope, a wild boar glows bright green. One clean shot, and it drops instantly, leaving no blood behind. Hank delivered the wily boars he hunted to a USDA-approved facility where workers process the meat into sausages, ribs, and BBQ dishes. This plant is a lifesaver, Hank said as he watched the meat roll off the production line. The rich, lean flavor of the wild pork quickly became a favorite. Restaurants buy it, markets sell it, and some is even exported to Europe. Each wild boar yields about 50 pounds of meat. The processing plant turns a pest into profit, saving farms and feeding people, Hank said as he dropped off a crate of meat at a local grocery store. This battle is personal. Hank is fighting to protect his land and his family's legacy. Every trap sprung, every shot fired, every crate of meat leaving the processing plant brings him one step closer to victory. But what makes wild boar meat so special? And how does it bring people together? That's where the South truly shines. Bacon holds a special place in culinary traditions around the world, often featured in myths and New Year's celebrations. Rich in protein, B vitamins, and essential minerals like phosphorus, selenium, zinc, and iron. Bacon provides valuable nutrition but should be eaten in moderation due to its saturated fat and cholesterol content. Whether fried, grilled, or dried, bacon is a versatile ingredient that enhances everything from salads to pasta. It can also be stored in the refrigerator or freezer for extended periods. From raw pork to savory smoked bacon, this timeless tradition brings together history, nutrition, and creativity. Comment 1 if you'd like to explore more about food processing. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And thank you for joining us on this culinary journey. Selecting the right sows is a crucial step that directly affects the quality and productivity of piglets. In Iowa, farmers follow a strict sow selection process to ensure healthy, disease-resistant litters. Each sow must meet the standard of producing 10 to 12 piglets per litter and have at least 2 successful farrowings. At this stage, it's essential to prioritize sows with strong legs and hooves, agile movement, and no physical defects. During this stage, farmers carefully separate sows from the adult herd to meet their specific nutritional needs, prevent disease transmission, and closely monitor the health of both sows and piglets. Have you ever wondered why pregnant and soon-to-deliver sows are kept in separate pens? Weighing between 200 and 250 pounds, sows are heavier than ever during this period. Separating them not only reduces stress, but also ensures the utmost safety for the piglets when they're born. Grinding feed for sows is a vital step that ensures easy digestion and proper nutrition throughout the nursing period. The feed is finely ground into small particles, allowing sows to absorb nutrients more efficiently, improve digestion, and reduce the risk of intestinal blockages. This process not only enhances their overall health, but also provides greater comfort, enabling sows to fully care for their litters. Leading livestock experts recommend weaning piglets from their mothers and transitioning them to pellet feed between 21 and 28 days of age, when their digestive systems are ready to handle solid food. Newborn piglets are extremely fragile and must be kept warm to grow healthily. Infrared heating, with its deep and consistent warmth, not only creates a cozy and comfortable environment, but also helps stimulate the immune system, allowing piglets to develop stronger resistance to disease. When pigs reach maturity, farmers carefully assess their health and administer all necessary vaccinations to prevent African swine fever. This practice not only protects the herd's well-being, but also ensures the safety of pork for consumers. If your family raises pigs or other livestock, be sure to follow expert advice. Vaccinate regularly to protect them from serious diseases. After completing health inspections, farmers move the herd to the processing area, where high-quality products are prepared to meet consumer demand. Have you ever noticed the bright green stripes on pigs' backs? Those are unique markings that indicate the animals have passed health checks and are ready for processing. The pork processing journey at the facility begins with remarkable efficiency. After being humanely stunned and thoroughly cleaned, each hog is carefully divided into 4 quarters. These sections are then hung on rails and moved into a refrigerated chilling room. Every carcass is assigned a unique digital ID for accurate tracking and quality control. The chilling room is kept at a steady 32 degrees, a temperature precisely maintained to ensure maximum freshness and preserve the exceptional quality of the pork at every stage of handling. Once the meat is perfectly cured, processors begin the meticulous work of separating each cut and carefully weighing every piece. Each portion is then individually packaged, with different weights and prices to meet diverse consumer needs. This precise process ensures that the final pork products are not only of the highest quality, but also versatile enough to satisfy the strictest market standards. We've now completed the journey from hunting to processing the meat of invasive wild boars. We hope this video gave you valuable insights and a new perspective on this important environmental issue. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and share it with your friends. And be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming exciting videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.